Hello friends, so let's read some interesting stories today. The first story is The Cunning Judge. One day, two hungry cats found a large fruit on the road. The first one grabbed it and tore it into two. Unfortunately, one piece was smaller than the other. The second cat complained that she had got the smaller piece. They decided to ask someone to be the judge. A monkey was passing by. They asked him to act as a judge for them. He compared the two pieces and said, "Yes, I can make them equal for you." He took a bite from the larger piece and now that one became smaller. The monkey took a bite from the other one and that one became smaller. He went on doing it until he had finished the entire fruit. The cats regretted their decision. The next story. The Lion's Breath. One day, the lioness woke up and told the lion to do something about his bad breath. The lion felt embarrassed and decided to check with his subjects if that was indeed true. First, he called a sheep and asked, "Do I have bad breath, sheep?" The sheep was honest. He said, "Yes, Your Majesty, your breath does smell bad." The lion was angry. He killed the sheep and ate him up. Next, he called the cunning fox and asked him the same question. The fox hesitated for a moment and said, "Actually, Your Majesty, I have been suffering from a bad cold. I have lost my sense of smell. I cannot answer your question." The lion let him go. The clever fox managed to save her life by not antagonizing the powerful lion. Next story, Two Cats. Once there was a skinny cat because her mistress fed only small morsels from her food. She noticed how the cat who lived in the neighbor's house was fat. One day she went over to find out her secret. The other cat said, "I visit the royal palace daily and steal from the royal dining table. You can come with me tomorrow if you like." The thin cat agreed. By some mischance, that very day the king asked his servants to trash all the stray cats in the palace. When the two cats reached the palace, the other cats told them about the king's orders. The fat cat ran back home, but the thin cat decided to take a chance and go inside. She was caught by the royal servants and they gave her a sound beating. The next story, The Pigeons and the Crow. A flock of pigeons lived on the same tree as a crow. Every morning they left their home to find food. In the evening they returned home to sleep. The crow was more intelligent than the pigeons. One day he saw a hunter laying a trap for the pigeons. He had used grains as a bait to attract the pigeons to his net. He wants to warn the pigeon, but they refuse to listen to him. The pigeons sat down on the ground to peck at the grains and were trapped in the hunter's net. Then the king of pigeons asked for the crow's help. With his idea, all the pigeons flew off together with the net. They landed near the place where their friends, the mice, lived. The mice chewed away the net and set them free. The next story, Sour Grapes. Once, a fox was passing a vineyard when he spotted a bunch of grapes hanging from a branch. He was tempted to eat those grapes but couldn't reach them. The fox tried to jump up to them many times, but it was futile. He tried to throw a stone at them but missed them every time. After many such attempts, he failed. The fox gave up. He muttered, going away. "I don't need these grapes. I am sure they are quite sour." The next story, The Unhappy Dog. A small dog lived in a village. Though it was a small village, the dog found enough food to feed himself. However, once the village had to face famine and the dog had to leave for the city. In the city, he landed at a house where the owners always left their door open. The dog would go inside, eat to his heart's content and come out happy. One day as he came out, a group of stray dogs saw him and attacked him. They left him wounded and in great pain. The dog realized that it was time to go back home. He quietly returned home to his own village to protect his life. The next story, The Pig and the Sheep. A pig roamed in the same pasture as a flock of sheep. One day the farmer saw him and captured him. He squealed as if he was being butchered. The sheep saw him and laughed. He went on screaming and kicking, but the farmer tugged him firmly under his arm and began to walk home. The sheep followed. "Look at you," one of the sheep said, "making such a fuss for nothing. The farmer catches us once in a while, but none of us screams like you are doing." "Well," said the pig, "when the farmer catches you, he only wants the wool. He has caught me, which means he wants meat. You would scream too if this were the case with you." The sheep stopped laughing and followed silently. See you in the next video.